To create the archway, there's two ways to do it. In fact, there's probably more, but there's two ways that I know of right offhand. You want to look at it from close to the side view as possible. Something like this. In fact, what you can do is orientate your whole piece like this, grab it, and move that till it's straight. Right here. And then you can look at it from either side. And one option, and you know that 8 nominal and 3 wide. So let's go up a little bit taller. 4 is going to make that rectangle. It's 9 and 4 foot wide. That's perfect. So we're going to drop it in place, something like that. Then what we want to do is make this solid. And then we're going to carve out a opening. Remember, it's a circle, 6, 6, and it wants to be 3 feet in diameter, 36. Okay. Put it at the middle. And it's good if it's solid. It doesn't actually have to be, but it's easier to see. And then remember, if this whole thing wants to be 8 foot tall, we could do is draw a line, tell it to be 8 foot, like right here. Tab 8. Okay. Then we can just drag this down with the line till it comes to here. Okay. Just like that. And if this is getting difficult to see, you could always, since you know where this wants to live, move it up here to work on it. 4 is going to make another rectangle, and you want to touch that edge, come to like right here, and then what you want to do is duplicate to the other side. Again, make sure you really touch that tangent. Pull this down, just like that. And then this circle and this rectangle, you're going to add surface, and now you're going to subtract surface. Here we go. Clip surface or clip surface. Delete that inside part. This is still a nice locator line. You can use this again. And you're going to do the same thing. Here's how I do it. But there's obviously there's other ways. What I do is I draw a line so I know where a center point is. Okay? Again, the length of the line isn't important. You just want to have a center point on it. Then I duplicate this. All right? Just like that. This is going to allow me to have a way to take away from that. Okay? Because that's what you want to do now. Is you're going to want to take away this missing part. Okay? So we're going to go 6, 6. This time we want 12, or I'm sorry, 48 inches in diameter. Okay? Because that is now, this is going to be the tool to remove that part. So this right here, we're going to click on this and click on that. Then we're going to hit clip surface right here, delete. We only need this header part. There we go. And now clip both of these, and here we go. Clip surface. There. We can get rid of all of our excess working bits. We don't need this to be colored. Now we can decide how thick this wants to be. It was not specifically called out. We can go by eye. I'm going to extrude it 4 inches. Okay. Move it back in place. Here we go. Let's take a look at it from the top. Not at 100% in alignment, but that's okay. we can do that just a little bit. That looks better. Move it so these intersect. There we go. And if you feel that it's too thin, you can just click on it, extrude it 6 inches. There we go. That is our performance platform. Now, another way to do it, we'll get rid of this, is you can draw, again, we'll look at it from the side. This side's probably a little better. You could draw the same idea. In this case, we're going to go 4-4, but we're going to make this only 3 foot wide because we're going to draw on it 3 foot. And then the height, we're going to go up 8 feet to the top. Oops, that was 8 inches. Let me just do that again. Here we go. 4-4, 8 feet. Okay. Now, what we're going to want to do is make this top part into a circle. Okay, ready? 6. Actually, we could do it from that side then. Bring it down. Okay, we're going to get rid of the rest of the parts that we don't want, like this, here, here, and here. Now we just have this arch part. In fact, we want to get rid of the bottom part too. Let's do this so we can see it better. We'll bring it up just like we did the other one. Now, in order to get rid of this bottom part, the easiest way to do that, I find, is to go up to Modify, Decompose, and now we can actually just clip each of these parts. Because look, it will be a line. There's another way to do it too. You can convert to lines. Now, we're going to select this whole thing, go back up, Modify, Compose. Okay? 4-4. What did we make the last one? Like 6 inches deep and maybe 4 inches wide, something like that. So let's go 4 wide, 6. Here we go. Actually, I think it would be this way. We can just look at it. And then you want these to align here. Make this solid. Now you want to select this and this. And then you're going to go up to Model, Extrude Along Path. The path is the one that's lit up. You're going to hit OK. And boom. That's another way to draw your arch. And this arch is automatically in 3D right there. And if we want this to be thicker, we could just go up over here, and as you see, we can edit the path or the profile. Okay. If you want this to be thicker, the way you would do it is you double click on it. You're going to edit the profile. Hit OK. And now the profile opens up over here, width and height. So we could switch this out, make this 6, make this 4. There we go. And let's look at the profile now. So, not so good. Now, if we wanted to edit this, make this one thicker, we could do that as well. You're going to double click on it, edit which component, path or profile. We want to add the profile. You're going to click OK. See where it says 4 and 6. If we want to make this also 6, we can just hit 6 here, edit profile, and now we have a 6 by 6. So that's another way to create that archway. And you have your performance platform.